Are you physically exhausted, even though you spent the entire day just sitting and staring at a screen? When it's finally time to sit down and do deep work, you probably feel an overwhelming urge to grab a snack, check your phone, or do literally anything else. You aren't lazy. Your dopamine baseline is shattered. Look at this line graph showing what happens in your brain when you scroll short-form content. You get flooded with an unnatural spike of cheap dopamine. Because your body always wants to maintain balance, a state called homeostasis, it downregulates its own receptors to handle the flood, crashing your baseline far below where it started. Now look at this second, slowly rising line. That is the dopamine you get from effort-based tasks. It is completely eclipsed by those erratic digital spikes. Because your new baseline for stimulation is artificially high, normal work feels like excruciating torture because it lacks that instant neon hit. To fix this, you don't need a monk-like vow of silence. You need a strategic baseline reset protocol. Step 1 is to physically separate yourself from your digital triggers. Grab a blank index card, a pen, and a standalone timer right now so we can build your system. We start with a morning screen fast. We have to starve your brain of cheap stimulation early in the day so your receptors can repair themselves. On your index card, draw a simple grid with 7 empty squares. Label the top of this card Morning Screen Fast. Next, write down one non-negotiable rule for the first 2 hours of your day. For example, no short-form video before 10 a.m. You must use a physical pen and paper for this. Do not set this up inside a digital habit tracking app. Tracking your habits on the exact same device that delivers short-form video is a guaranteed failure point. Having 7 empty physical checkboxes sitting on your desk provides real accountability. You can track your progress without ever unlocking a screen or risking an accidental morning scroll. Now let's structure the work session itself. We are going to use a modified Pomodoro method built specifically for high-effort action. Take your standalone timer and set it to a 25-minute sprint. The absolute rule for these 25 minutes is that you only do high-effort tasks. You read, you study, or you edit, with 0 unrelated tabs open. The most common mistake here is using your smartphone as the timer. That will ruin the protocol. Pick up your phone, walk into another room, and leave it there. This diagram shows why. If your phone is visible on your desk, your brain's reward system stays activated. It is constantly anticipating an impending cheap dopamine hit. By forcing the phone into another room and relying entirely on a mechanical timer, you remove your brain's escape hatch. It has to accept the reality of sustained effort. Eventually, that 25-minute timer is going to ring. This is your most vulnerable moment because you will be tempted to reward your hard work with screen time. Flip your index card over and write 5-minute exertion at the top. Write down 2 to 3 specific physical activities you can do immediately, right next to your desk. The rule for your breaks is strict. When the timer goes off, you step away from all screens and execute one item from that physical list. You immediately swap your seated desk posture for physical strain, replacing the artificial spike of digital scrolling with the earned dopamine of physical fitness. Linking your 25-minute work loops with 5-minute physical exertion breaks actively teaches your downregulated receptors to crave the friction of effort, rather than passively waiting for unearned rewards. Look at the tangible system you just built. You now have 3 pillars ready to go: your morning screen fast tracker, your standalone timer, and your physical exertion menu. Your focus isn't gone. It is just buried under a mountain of cheap overstimulation. By sticking to this analog protocol, you will starve those distractions, repair your dopamine receptors, and finally feel normal again. If you are ready to execute this baseline reset, drop the word Detox in the comments right now. Subscribe to Doodle Psych for more actionable animated psychology, and I'll see you in the next video.